everyone. Welcome to the episode of Persivia Perspective. Today we have Shardul Mehta with us, who is our client solutions architect. And today we are going to be talking about how to achieve customer excellence and what's the best way how we do it. So, my first question to you, Shardul, is beyond the technological capabilities, what are some of the most significant challenges that healthcare organizations currently face?
So personally, after over a decade of experience working with large healthcare organizations and different systems that manage not only hundreds of thousands of patients across multiple value-based care contracts, there are basically five major common issues that we see. And these five issues run the gamut from high cost of technology and the burnout that technology has associated with it. That can stem from using multiple systems, juggling multiple solutions, multiple contracts, things like that, as well as complex implementations. So implementation, in our experience, digital literacy is often lacking within healthcare systems. Thankfully, our system is pretty simple, straightforward, easy to use, and our team has a set of processes in place that make implementations pretty quick and easy and painless for our clients. The other challenge is data integration challenges and managing the security of that data throughout the entire process. This often leaves our clients' teams feeling overwhelmed when they're dealing with their other vendors and other platforms. And then, of course, healthcare systems slowly but surely seeing the light. After they start using a platform, after they get more experience within different initiatives, they start to realize what they actually need beyond what their vendor and what their current solutions are actually giving them. And this typically results in multiple requests, enhancement requests, and usually that takes a long time to deliver and provide to the client.
Thank you so much. So I'm assuming that the answer is everything.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a lot going on here, and there's a lot of moving pieces that need to all come together for customer excellence.
So, but how would you actually define this customer excellence that we're talking about, and especially in the context of healthcare management systems, and why is it crucial for sustaining long-term partnerships with healthcare organizations?
Sure. So, customer excellence. Excellence to me is ensuring that the healthcare system has the necessary workflows and analytics, not only to survive in a value-based care environment, but to succeed and thrive. So that means having a vendor who's a partner to your organization at every step of the way, not just delivering a platform and then disappearing once everything has been signed off, but somebody who's there to support you every step of the way. So continuing to work closely with clients and customers at every step throughout the implementation, mapping, training, testing, even post-go live. For example, during the implementation, many organizations realize there are many adjustments and tweaks that they need to their current solutions, to their platforms. And oftentimes having a vendor who's going to stand shoulder to shoulder with you to help you with these adjustments and tweaks and having a team that's proactive to keep an eye on these requests. Not only that, but also new regulations and changes as they're coming out is invaluable in the healthcare space. So all this is needed for sustaining a long-term partnership with customers because it builds trust, it delivers consistent value, and it helps to support them achieving their goals. And then the best way to do that is to achieve those goals is to have a vendor or a partner who is adaptable to change, can help you enhance patient outcomes ultimately, improve your operational efficiencies within your organization, and also just help instill confidence that will eventually lead to client retention in the case of vendors, to make sure that clients are not only successful, but they're also happy with what they're receiving.
Thank you so much for explaining that. But then what are some of the key elements that constitute of customer excellence, and how do these elements differentiate a vendor in a competitive healthcare market?
So that's a great question. So the way I see it is that there are three key elements of customer excellence. So number one, having a deep understanding of the customer's organization and their needs. So that would include understanding their environment, the different value-based care arrangements that they're a part of, the data sources that are available within their organization, and those data sources can be anything from EHRs, claims feeds, live stream data from ADT messages from HIEs, or any other source. Also, understanding the customer's expectations and ensuring that their expectations are heard, that they're met. And then also supporting customers throughout the entire journey from implementation to go live and beyond. And then as new enhancements and requests come from the client based on their new ever-evolving needs, make sure that you have short turnaround times on customer requests. Right? Customers don't want to be waiting for months and multiple quarters on a simple request. So short turnaround times on requests to minimize the impact on customers and their specific internal workflows. So typically internally we refer to this as our Hypercare support model.
So from your experience, what are some of the strategies that are essential for achieving this customer excellence, and how do we do these things that you've mentioned?
Sure. So the main point here is you need to have a structured approach that's been repeated and refined over many times over is essential to achieving customer excellence. So our approach typically starts with a data discovery and data mapping process, where we take the time to understand our clients' data needs as well as their data sources, and we work with them collaboratively to discuss the different integration strategies and how we're going to get that data into our system. Now, usually in parallel, our team also works with clients and conducts what we call the clinical discovery process. So this clinical discovery process is where our clinical team, our clinical leadership meets with the customer's clinical leadership to determine the requirements that they have. So based on the different value-based care arrangements that are in place within their organization, what specific programs would be most beneficial for them? What are they running today? How can we implement that within our platform? So we work with them during this phase to define those programs to make sure that they're properly configured for their needs. And then during the implementation, the customer will also have access to a test environment to see how things are progressing. And they'll also have the ability to do some high-level workflow testing and things like that as they see fit. Now, once the customer's team has been trained, any refining of their requirements would have been done, completed, and signed off. The implementation is typically considered complete. But after that, having the structured approach while working collaboratively with the customer instills a sense of camaraderie and trust between us and our customers. So without it, it's all but impossible to achieve customer excellence.
So that is an excellent way, and how you've described how Persivia ensures customer excellence. But can you also provide any examples or scenarios where Persivia's approach has had significantly improved the client relationship and their project outcomes?
Sure. There's definitely many examples of how we've been, the different ways we've helped our clients, through different operational efficiencies, different clinical programs and things like that. So for example, we have a large healthcare system that was previously using a competitor of ours, and over a 2.5-year span, that competitor was only able to configure and implement 2 programs within their care teams. Now, with our platform, we were able to go live with 22 unique and new programs with that same client in under 1 year. And this included, defining new programs, configuring the programs within our platform, within CareSpace, and then training the customer's care team members so that way they could go live with their patient outreach.
Wow, that sounds like a huge number.
Yeah. But these are the typical kinds of things that we're able to achieve with our clients. So the short turnaround times, our configurable programs, we're able to do a lot in a short amount of time for our clients.
Thank you so much. So you mentioned hypercare management earlier. Can you also please explain how this concept plays into enhancing customer excellence, and what tangible differences has it made in your client engagement?
Sure. So hypercare support is typically what we call typically a 30-day period directly after go live. And depending on the client, what their needs are, and how much attention they need, we can make that a longer time period as well if needed. But typically it's 30 days. So hypercare support is basically an elevated level of support to ensure seamless adoption for our clients' users and smooth operation of CareSpace by the customer overall. So we see our platform essentially as a force multiplier and enabler for care managers and nurses. So our goal is to basically equip them with the tools that they need, the intelligence that they need to ensure that the best care paths are delivered to the patients and to their care teams. This approach allows us to make sure that our clients are able to focus on specific cohorts that matter most within their organization or from a business risk standpoint as well. So for example, we configure programs to the customer's needs, whether it's high-risk patient programs, highly complex patient programs, disease management programs for things like diabetes, heart failure, hypertension. These programs, we can also configure client-specific programs for any custom initiatives that the client may be participating in. And we can cater these programs to specific lines of business, payers, providing immense flexibility to our clients.
Thank you so much. Last question now. So looking forward, what enhancements or innovations is Persivia considering to further boost customer experience and satisfaction? And how do you plan to address the evolving needs of healthcare organizations effectively?
Sure. So I guess the way I see it, the industry is placing customer excellence as a top priority for organizations. If customer excellence isn't achieved, if it's not correct, even the most advanced technology will fail to deliver value. It's not just about selling high-tech solutions. If your solution doesn't serve the needs of the customer, there's no point in the solution that you're offering, right? So the emphasis is clearly shifting towards ensuring end users understanding how to utilize a technology solution not only effectively through robust training and continuous support, but without the proper training and support, even the best solution is effectively useless. So I think customer excellence is a key differentiator for long-term success in our evolving healthcare environment today.
Thank you so much, Shardul. This was great, and we really hope that the suggestions we've given for improving customer excellences and how we can achieve them, some organizations do get inspired by this. So hope to see you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you.